Y cuando la gente se une, es una sola voz que se oye por diferentes lados, ¿verdad?
Todos necesitamos, hay muchas cosas que la comunidad necesita.
Un nuevo beneficio para los ciudadanos, para los niños, haya más seguridad.
Seguro médico, educación para nuestros hijos.
Ley de migración, viviendas de bajos recursos.
Somos una fuerza.
La unión hace la fuerza.
It has to be a personal relationship, you know, a flyer on the wall. You know, we can buy a newspaper ad on the Union Tribune. It isn't going to get people there. And it's not even about getting people there. It's not going to begin to move people from apathy to concern, right? Or even from apathy to feeling like I can make a difference.
Rolling Thunder was an opportunity for the labor movement, for community organizations, for the clergy community, and just for the public at large to come together and begin to form a very strong and powerful coalition here in San Diego.
Rolling Thunder was a gathering of 2,000 people under the name of La Alianza, which is another coalition of about 4 organizations: ACORN, the MAC Project, EJE, which is Excellence in Justice and Education, and JOB.
It first started in South Africa, and it's all the way to California. And there were 2 in California and San Francisco, and the other one was here in San Diego County.
Mi nombre es María Cointa González y pertenezco a Duro. Es una organización, Duro significa desarrollando unidad a través de residentes organizados. Nosotros estamos luchando por la vivienda y Rolling Thunder tenía una agenda en donde nosotros cabíamos. Y nosotros estamos luchando también por la vivienda, entonces necesitábamos más preparación y se nos dio esa preparación que necesitábamos y para juntar más a la comunidad.
It's important to me because it's our students are getting the education, good or bad, we're the ones that are suffering.
I mean, we're in the middle of a healthcare crisis. There are millions of Californians who don't have health insurance and folks who are working. We're talking about working people without insurance. So we as a union, when we negotiate our contracts the last few years, we've had to spend all of our sort of bargaining power with our janitors for people to be able to maintain their health insurance. And what we felt was important, there was an opportunity during Rolling Thunder for a California opportunity for working people to have access to health care.
We also have a large agricultural industry, but this industry provides thousands of low-wages jobs. At the same time, the average cost of a home is $560,000, and only 8% of the residents here can afford this home.
When the district closed Valentine's School in El Cajon, we were not given the chance or choice on what school our children would go to. They sent our children from one low-performing school to another. This disparity has to end. Our children's futures are at stake.
California has 162,000 people in prison right now. 70% of these people are our people. They're people of color.
A lot of people want to buy their houses and they can't afford them. I know that for a fact. And anything I can do to do that, and I promise you right here that I will do that to get you be able to people to afford houses. That's what I want.
Yes, we are committed to
that we will do everything we can to ensure a safe, thriving atmosphere for all of our citizens in the county of San Diego.
When I first walked into that room in Town and Country, the presence of those banners brought, for me, power, just by knowing that there was a lot of people, a lot of organizations backing up this change. And so when the people started coming, like buses came rolling into the hotel, and I had no idea of how many people there were going to be or even how many buses. Yeah. But when we finally had all the buses gone, all the buses had dropped off for the people, and I walked into the room, it was no longer empty. It was overcrowded. There was more than 2,000 people.
You know, we were blessed with a large Muslim contingency and beautiful women and children and men and, you know, Hispanics and Filipinos and European descendants and children and old people. It was just wonderful, you know.
And the processions, I mean, when I think the colors, I think of the red of Acorn, the blue of MAC, you know, I think of all the colors that came in, the purple of SEIU, and people's shirts and representing their organizations and their communities, and all the clergy, you know, fully robed. I think the sights, the colors were just really spoke to the energy that was in the room, and the mariachis and the different music that went on. I think people were engaged and people felt celebratory that we were together in struggle, because the struggle is very real.
After October 3rd, we went back to our community and we fought to keep open a school, Valentine Elementary School in El Cajon. And we didn't have the support of the district, the school district, but even though they closed down the school and took a whole bunch of low-income students out and spread them out into different schools far away from their homes, we fought to open a charter school in El Cajon and hopefully bring those students back to their area where they live. Many people could just talk about we want to bring change to the community, but people don't understand how many people are going to be affected by those changes. So by having the community, the people who live in San Diego County come and show their support, it shows that not only 10 people are being affected, there's a huge community. And in October 3rd, we saw that change. We saw the impact that Rolling Thunder brought more than 2,000 people. And so by their presence, they brought a lot of power. And to have change, we need power, and the people are the power.
What we have as people, or el pueblo, is that we have numbers, that we're the masses, and that we'll never have more money than the big economic interests that, you know, run most of our cities and our states and our countries. And so when we come together as a people, I do believe that there's power. There's power in our voice if we have a united voice. And I think that's an opportunity for us to begin that, to provide a forum to voice what we want to work together on as a community.
Because it gives voice to the voiceless and those that, those in power don't listen to two people. They'll listen to hundreds, they'll listen to 10s and 20s and 30s, they'll listen to 1,000 or more because they can't ignore us then.
Seguimos resistiendo, ya nunca nos podrán humillar ni acabarnos.